Hey ghouls and gals, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and today's video is going to be a list of books that I am excited about that are coming out in November and December of 2024. Normally I do a dedicated video for every single month of the year. However, November and December tend to be slower publication months, particularly in like the horror speculative fiction sphere, which is what I primarily read. So we are going to be combining November and December book releases. I have 6 new books to talk to you about, so let's go ahead and get started. I will have book information listed on the screen with me as I'm talking about them, as well as in the description bar below. So moving on to November releases. The first book that I'm going to be talking about today comes out November 5th, and that is Gigantivm, Penisisvm, A Tale of Demonic Possession by Jose Elvin Bueno. I'm not exactly sure how to say this title because I'm also not sure if it's supposed to be V's or they're supposed to be U's, but they're like V's for some sort of stylistic choice. I'm not too sure, but it is A Tale of Demonic Possession, and this is from award-winning author Bueno. It's a Filipino horror that is shrouded by an unspeakable presence that is intent on slashing through the divides between influencer and influenced. The game is called The Summoning. The players are the young and beautiful looking for a kick this Friday night. The stakes are their very own perfectly Instagrammable lives. One by one, they realize someone malevolent is indeed summoned by their game, singularly focused on killing all of them. This says that it's A24's Bodies meets Talk to Me in these pages full of drugs and blood that summon this tale of demonic possession. I love a good demonic possession story. I like the game aspect about it. I love both of the movies that this is comped to, and I really want to check out more Filipino horror, so I'm very intrigued by this one. Moving on to November 19th, we have Servant of Earth, The Shards of Magic, Book 1 by Sarah Hawley. The cover really drew me to this one. I'm really hit or miss when it comes to romantasy, and that is what this one is going to be, but I also am a sucker for a good fae story, which is also what this one is supposed to be. So I am intrigued by this one. In the underground fae realm, only the strongest and most ruthless have power, but a young human woman forced into a life of servitude is about to change everything. What really drew me to this one as well is our main character, Kenna, is trapped as a servant in the fairies' underground kingdom, but she has to go through a series of 6 deadly trials, one for each branch of magic. If she succeeds, her mistress, who is forcing her to do these trials, will gain immortality and become the heir to Earth House. If she doesn't, the punishment is death for both mistress and servant. So I'm really intrigued by this one because I love a good trial. I am intrigued by the trial aspects and the fact that there are 6 trials. I want to see what those are all about. Not only are there trials, but there are underground rebellions and plots to overthrow the Fae King. So I'm intrigued by this one. I'll definitely be checking it out. Again, like I said, romantasy is very hit or miss for me, but I do like a good trial in a book, so I'm intrigued. Our next book comes out November 26th, and that is Darkly by Marisha Pessl. Now, I loved Night Film by Marisha Pessl. I have DNF'd special topics in Calamity Physics, so this one could go either way for me, but this is shelved as mystery and also horror, and I'm really intrigued. The synopsis says, "What would you kill for?" When an ad for an internship with the Louisiana Veda Foundation poses this question, seemingly every high school student in the country rushes to apply. Arcadia Dia Gannon has been obsessed with Veda, the late game designer whose obsessive creations have attained a cult-like status ever since she and her mom played one of the games. But Dia has never won anything in her life, so she's shocked when she is chosen as an intern alongside 6 other teenagers. Little is known about Veda. Her game-making empire Darkly was renowned for its ingenious, terrifying toys and games rife with hidden symbols and secrets. But after her mysterious death, Darkly went bankrupt and production was discontinued. The remaining games are priced like highly sought-after works of art, commanding tens of millions of dollars at auction. Now these interns are thrust into the heart of this operation, and our main character has to figure out why were they chosen, what are they doing, what is going on with these puzzle games with a darker side. So I am intrigued. What I loved about Night Film was the layers of puzzles and mysteries stories and symbols, and you felt like you were kind of solving something alongside the main characters. So this is shelved as YA. I have like read less and less YA as I get older and the years go on, but it's Marisha Pessl, so I am going to give it a chance. I think the horror game aspect sounds so cool. There's a lot going on that I'm intrigued about, so I'll definitely be checking this out either this year or next year, which is crazy to think about, getting to the end of 2024. So interested in this one. We have 2 more books to talk about. I told y'all this was going to be a shorter one. These 2 books come out in December. This first one actually already got a release in June, but the US version does not come out until December. So on December 3rd, we are getting the US version of Private Rites by Julia Armfield, and this is from the author of Our Wives Under the Sea. It's a speculative reimagining of King Lear, centering 3 sisters navigating queer love and loss in a drowning world. It's been raining for a long time now, so long that the land has reshaped itself and arcane rituals and religions are creeping back into practice. Sisters Isla, Irene, and Agnes have not spoken in some time when their father dies. An architect as cruel as he was revered, his death offers an opportunity for the sisters to come together in a new way. In the grand glass house they grew up in, their father's most famous creation, the sisters sort through the secrets and memories he left behind until their fragile bond is shattered by a revelation in his will. Our Wives Under the Sea was such an interesting ride. I don't think I've ever read a book quite like it, so I am very intrigued about this one. I love a tale about sisters. As someone who does have 2 sisters, I think it'll be really cool to read a book featuring 3 sisters. I don't know, that just seems like a fun little personal touch, but I'm also really intrigued. I am familiar with the story of King Lear. I haven't actually like read King Lear, so this is a King Lear reimagining. I don't know, should I pick up the source material before or should I go into it not? Let me know down below. Either way, retelling or not, I'm super excited to check out something else by this author because her prose is just so interesting, and again, the horror and just the way that Our Wives Under the Sea was written, I haven't read anything else like it since, so I'll definitely be checking this one out. And then I did have one more book to talk about. It was supposed to be coming out at the end of December, and the audiobook and some other versions of the book still say that they're supposed to come out like December 3rd, but now it's saying that this also is coming out May 6th. So I don't know, I'm not really sure when this book is going to come out. It could come out in December. We might have to wait until May. I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and mention it just in case it does come out in December, and that would be The Vengeance by Emma Newman. And this one has vampires, it has pirates. It's supposed to be a queer story. It's got fantasy, it's got romance. It's also supposed to be like a historical fantasy, so I think the more that I'm actually reading it now and about to talk about it, the more I feel with the lack of information that this probably is going to come out on May 6th, but I will just mention it here because I did mention that I was going to talk about 6 books. I said there were 2 books in December. This could come out in December, could come out in May. We'll just have to see. But we are following main character Morgane, who is the daughter of a fierce pirate captain. She's raised to follow in her footsteps. She learns shattering truths about her family that take her on a quest to uncover the bloody secrets of the Four Chains Trading Company and the truth about her family and where she comes from. So I am intrigued by this one. I'm gonna guess either way, whether it comes out in December or whether it comes out in May. I will be getting to it next year, but I like vampires. I love vampires. I'm always in the mood to check out more vampire books, and this one also has pirates, which sounds really fun. So it is a good thing that this video ended up being so short because I'm rapidly losing my light. It's only about 11 a.m., but it does look like it's going to storm. So that's perfect reading weather. So that's actually quite perfect timing to wrap up this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what books are you looking forward to that are coming out in either November or December. Subscribe to my channel for all of the cozy gaming, bookish, and horror content. Stay safe, stay spooky, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!